Well, Valerie, tell us a little bit about your book, Wild Faith Devotions for Kids.
Yes. So the subtitle is 52 Amazing Animals That Point to One Great God. And that's what I really tried to do with the book was look at animal traits and behaviors and knowing that kids love that. And I myself am a big animal lover. And then what can that remind us of about the Christian life? How can that point us to God? So each one is very inspirational. So none of them are like, don't be like this animal and don't be like that animal. They're more like, look at the animal and say like, how can this point us to God? How can this help us grow in God? And so, it's a struggle when you write a book like that for kids because you don't want to make it sound like, well, if you do A, B, C, D, then you get the Christian life, And so in the intro and throughout, I do definitely reference how growth comes from God. We put in the effort because we love God and we want to grow closer to Him, but that transformation comes from God. So it's for kids 7 and up. So I feel like, the younger ones might not need that kind of coaching, but then as you get older and you don't want the kids to be like just feeling like that all the adults are telling me to rely on my own efforts. No, like it's still about grace and Jesus, but we can definitely position ourselves to grow more fully in God and enjoy the life He has for us.
I love that for like little kids, which is, the lower end of your age range, just the love of animals and the facts that you more than likely have in there that just kind of can draw their interest because every little kid loves animals in some sense. Maybe not touching the slimy snake, but it's like the idea of a creature that they don't know anything about. But then to lean a little bit more into the Christian life a little bit for the older kids picking up the book to just go a little deeper when they're ready. And even for us as adults to be like reading it with our kids and be like, next time we drive by such and such and we see a, egret or a, what is it? Blue heron, because we saw one this morning. It's like, okay, what can this remind us of God? Just bringing that conversation up, that taking the interest of our children and pointing them to God rather than forcing God on our kids.
Yes. And using that as a discussion. I love how, you're talking about questions that you can ask them because that's when kids really start to make their faith their own when they're processing it with you out loud versus always just the input from the adults. So I really love that.
I have 3 boys and 2 are external processors. And so they like to talk a lot. And so we talk about faith, a lot, which is a good thing and lots of fun. But I have one that is an internal processor and I'm like, anything going on in there? But he'll bring up these really deep things every once in a while. You're just like, okay, you are listening, you are processing just in a different way. And so it's interesting how each kid can take the information we're given and just process it so differently.
I can relate to that with my 2 boys for